Hello guys, how you all doing? I've been having a great weekend so far, and I hope you enjoyed the recent video I did on the statue room tour. I do apologise, it did kind of go on quite a while, but I was trying to rush it and had to put it in 2 parts, so it was a bit of a pain, but you know, I hope you enjoyed it. And like I say, just thought I'd show off one of those new pieces I picked up recently. This is a piece I've always liked it. Never really kind of had the buzz to go and get it. And I got offered the chance to get this recently on a trade, and I was kind of half and half really. And I was travelling quite some distance to pick this up and a few other pieces as well. So I kind of thought, yeah, I'm going to go with it because I do like it. I wasn't buzzing for it, but I'm glad I picked it up because I thought if I go there, I go all that way and I don't pick it up and I really like it, which could happen, I would have been gutted. And that would have been the case because this piece has really grown on me. I really like this piece. It's not perfect, but it's a very, very nice bust. So, like I say, we'll have a little look. One of the things that really got me when I saw this was the size of it. This thing is massive. It is really, really tall. It's got a fair bit of weight to it, but it is a big, big piece. If you can sort of see it in relation there to the unit, if you think that's a life-size head in that cube there, and then I've got Editor 09 above that, you can see the height of this guy. He is a big, big bust, and it's chunky as well. Like the head's chunky, and yeah, the sheer size of it kind of blew me away a little bit. I was quite shocked. So, like I say, I'm glad I picked it up. But we'll have a look at some of the details, the bits I do, the bits I don't like. So we will start with the base. And it's quite an understated base. It's nothing too fancy. You've got this name badge, HB2, Hellboy 2, and you've got this kind of like it almost looks like a belt buckle. And I'm not a big fan of name plates on statues and bases. I don't feel I need to know who it is. Like if I'm buying the piece, I should know who it is. I don't need to be reminded with a nameplate. And it was the same with the Robocop bus. I was never keen on that nameplate, and even now it looks better than what I thought it would look, but I still don't think there's a need for it. I would have preferred it without, but I actually quite like this. I like the fact that there's something to it, you know, with that kind of like almost like a belt buckle in mind. It actually sort of overlaps the actual the base the bus is sitting on, so that looks quite cool. And like I say, you've got some really nice kind of detailing. It doesn't just say Hellboy, you know, it's HB, so there's a bit more to it, and I think it does sort of complement the bust. But like I say, I'm not usually a big fan of nameplates, like with those Predator, like the Cool Pops Predator bust. Yeah, I just don't, and even the first Predator bust, for me, I just don't like them. I'd sooner not see that, but you know, that's my preference. And then if we start working our way up, I think this is a bust of kind of like 2 halves really. I think the clothing is okay, it's pretty good. The t-shirt is kind of, I'd need to see the film again. I've not seen it in some time. So usually with Sideshow, they're very good at showing the kind of like almost like the threads and the fabric and like the stitching, etc. And this is sort of kind of flat, but I can't really remember the material of his t-shirt, so I can't really comment. The jacket's good. This looks really good. There's some really sort of like cool detailing around the edges here, and as you can see up the top there on the collar, you can see some of the stitching, and it's got that kind of leathery, sort of shiny effect to it. We'll just go around there. I think it's pretty cool. Coming around, you can see here some of the crinkling of the jacket. Back round. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the bust, I think the kind of t-shirt's okay. The base is pretty decent. I think it's when you come up here, it gets really good. And what I mean by that, and I looked at quite a few before I got this. Obviously, I do my research and I look at as many photos and reviews of this as possible. And there's not many videos of this guy on YouTube. Literally, I think I found 3 videos. And even some of those were not actual reviews. I had to search for them in people's collections. So there's not a lot on this guy on the actual tube. And reading some of the feedback on the forums, they were saying he looks kind of like expressionless, and some people were saying he didn't even look like the actor. But I totally disagree with that. I think it totally looks like the actor, and I can see why some people might sort of say he's expressionless, but I like it. I think the core likeness is actually really good. I think Sideshow did an excellent job in capturing likeness. I really like it. So we come in a bit closer. You can see some of the actual details in the skin. You know, this is really well done. You can see all the kind of like little crevices and pits. And if we work our way up, I'll try and focus in. Again,
love that track from Steve's
you can just see all the pits and the skin texturing. It is really, really well done, and it's all over the skin. They've done a really, really superb job on that. Like I say, this guy is big. If we turn him round, you get a good look at the hair. Really well done. This is all pretty good. I think the weakest part on the head are the eyes. I just think they're a little bit, if you look at the left eye, it just looks a little bit sloppy on the bottom of the eyelid. And I don't like it when, you know, when people paint catch lights into the pupil. I don't like that, not a fan of that. I might touch that in. I probably will do a little bit of work on the eyes, to be fair, because they're just a bit lifeless. And maybe that's kind of like what's giving it the kind of the non-expressive look. I don't know. They just look a little bit dead in the eyes. So that's something I will be trying to sort of do something with, even if it's just a case of glossing them up a little bit. I do think they'll pop a bit more, and it will bring them to life. And then obviously you've got the horn section there. Go around the tie back hair. Really cool. Like I say, I think for me the most impressive thing about this piece is the sheer size of it. The paint job's pretty decent. It's the sheer size of it and the detail they've put into the actual the skin texture. That's what really kind of like really sells this bust, in my opinion. It really does look fantastic. And obviously the likeness as well. I think the likeness is excellent. I think it really does look. I think they've really nailed the likeness. I think I can really see the actor there. It's pretty damn awesome. That is pretty bang on. And in terms of like, well, you don't get anything with it. This is basically it. If they could have done something with maybe the cigar, that would have been like super cool. But as a bust, like I say, it's really grown on me. I really like it. I do like the way a lot of these busts, Pop Culture Shock do a lot of this now, and Sideshow I've done a few times, where you can sign up, it sort of sweeps back on the actual bust. So it almost looks like it's kind of like sort of half empty at the back there, but I really like it, the way it sort of angles back, and then you've got like the detail kind of on this side. I really kind of like the way you do that. And like I say, you see it now a lot with Pop Culture Shock. They do a lot of busts. Skeletor and Akuma, they're very much on that kind of you know, they're kind of constructed in that way. I suppose it does save a fair bit of space as well, because these are big pieces. But yeah, it looks really cool. Even, like from every angle, you come around here, it does really cool. Really nice piece. I'm like I say, it's one of those ones I didn't want to regret it if I didn't pick it up, and I would have done. I know I would have regretted it. It is really cool. So yeah, it's my little video on the Hellboy 2 life-size bust by Sideshow. Really cool piece. If you do get the chance to pick this up, I've seen them in the US going quite cheap. Don't see many here in the UK or even in Europe. You know, I haven't seen many on the tube. I'm always searching, so I've seen a few in the US and they're decent pricing. So I'd recommend it. You get it for a decent price. It's a good piece. You know, the paint job's pretty decent. The skin texturing and the lightness and the size is what really makes this piece. And you know, it ticks a lot of boxes if you want to pick up a decent looking life size bust. So I recommend it. And like I say, if you can get it, and I hope this video helps make up your mind maybe. So old piece, it's been out quite a while now, but you know, there's not a lot of videos on the YouTube showing him. So like I say, I hope this helps. Hope you enjoy the vid, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Take it easy, stay safe, enjoy your weekend. I'll catch you later.